Welcome to Joe's Astrology. Welcome to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, I usually do a daily forecast show. I did one this morning. I'm going to extend that to a part 2 here. And that has to do with the stellium in Pisces we have right now. We have the moon just went into Pisces, Mars is in Pisces, Saturn. And I wanted to talk about addiction and alcoholism. And definitely a lot of people have Pisces in their chart, 12th house. Pisces, they have a very good imagination and living within the context of society that we live in today. Alcohol is such a huge part of our society, and there's a real risk for most, at least half, I was going to say most, but at least half the population, anyone that has this Pisces in their chart. I feel like, well, I know that we as humans, we have a need to spiritually connect to something higher than ourselves. And, I joke about religion, and I've done some videos. I'll do a lot more videos on religion. And this is where I don't think it's completely necessarily a bad thing. And the main point I wanted to make in this video was that usually, in almost all cases, the use of alcohol, especially at a excessive level, it is a replacement for spirituality. And we see with the ruler of Pisces being Neptune and Jupiter as well. And for many people, for many people coming out, if you ever went to like Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, that many of the people in those meetings are learning about religion. They're learning about a higher power, a source of higher power, and for them, that is their first step in getting out of, or one of the first steps in getting out of this trap of alcoholism. And there's good reason. I do think there's good reason for that, because I do think that it is a replacement for spirituality. And it is definitely for many people, it's an ongoing struggle because there's that doubt and there's that doubt of whether these things are true, if there is a higher power, because of life can be a certain way, etc. But many times these people are not doing the spiritual work, because when you realize that it's a replacement for spirituality, or even could say a replacement for religion. Like that, it doesn't matter if you're Christian, Islamic, or Buddhist. It doesn't matter what your religion is. If you realize that, and you start to come into that space, even if you are religious, you will now, in order to fulfill that need, you would, let's say, go to church. Many people go to church on a weekly basis. Some people go to church just holidays. And to me, just think of it as if someone who's drinking alcohol every day, this person finds out that this is a replacement for spirituality, and they are, let's say, of a Christian orientation, just like they're drinking every day, they're going to have to go to church every day. And they have things like in Catholicism, you have the daily mass, etc. And if you're maybe into spirituality or yoga, you might do your yoga practices every day, but it has to be done every day, whatever, or at least, if not every day, it has to be done. You have to put the focus on spirituality or spiritual practices, whatever that may mean for you, as much, if not more, than what you're putting into your alcoholism. And I do think that, as I said before, that this is a big problem, because it really shows the lack of spirituality in our society. And I don't know the statistics, but if you might not be aware of this, but if you really look at the statistics, and the use of alcohol is extremely high, in my opinion. And this is something in my life that I've discovered. I never really considered myself like a true alcoholic. The only reason I even know about Alcoholics Anonymous is because of my mother feeding me the books at a very young age because of her experience. And in college, I had some courses on addiction and had went to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings for research purposes. So for me, it hasn't ever really been a big problem. Although I will say that um, the times that I did focus on spirituality, I would say I wasn't using alcohol or drinking at all. I'm the current form of spirituality that I use now, which I would say is more Eastern. It's more has to do with yoga and even astrology to a certain degree. I do on a regular basis, and I haven't really been around alcohol, if at all. Definitely not heavily for over 10 years at least. And it doesn't even have to be. Doesn't necessarily have to be the spiritual things that I have mentioned. It could be many different things to many different people. It could be family. It could be maybe a sport that you're involved in or a community that you're involved in on a regular basis. But these things are out there, and people that are caught in that web of alcoholism, unfortunately, are not aware of them or just have gone so far away from them that they're just not involved in them. But they do exist, and I do think that is the answer in most cases for alcoholism. So I just wanted to mention that here with that Pisces stellium. If you don't have that strong attachment to imagination, higher power, meaning in life, just maybe even excitement about the unknown, that's a big one too. Like just not being afraid of the unknown, but being excited about the unknown and what the possibilities are can give you that thrill or that feeling of inspiration. A lot of the same feelings that alcohol can bring out in you when you first take those first couple of drinks. So I hope this finds you well, and if you're interested in astrology or spirituality, check out my channel. I have lots of videos on astrology and spirituality, and I consider myself a teacher of astrology and also do astrology readings. If you're dealing with any of these things, I think I can help you. So check that out, and if you enjoy this content, please subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a great day.